Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. Something I've noticed as well, as we're getting this news, I mean, it's positive news, but it does, get me wondering. And I'm sure, people like Caitlin Long probably don't like hearing this kind of thing. But the US SEC, are they favoring companies like BNY Mellon on crypto custody? If you don't know who Caitlin Long is, she does run Zodia Custody, and she has similar opinions here. Hester Peirce is also believing that this is in fact the case. Banking giant BNY Mellon, as I did mention the other day, if you guys didn't catch the video I did on BNY Mellon, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner. They are now a step closer to offering custodial services for cryptocurrency for ETF issuers. As per this Tuesday report, BNY Mellon will now be able to provide custody for BTC and ETH to its exchange-traded clients. However, crypto industry veterans, including SEC Commissioner Hester Peirce, have stated that BNY Mellon is getting preferential treatment while the Federal Reserve tries to crack down on other regulated financial institutions from offering crypto custody. So that is playing favorites. That is not good. As reported by CoinGate last week, the SEC gave a nod to BNY Mellon to offer crypto custody by exempting some of the SAB 121 accounting rules specifically applicable to crypto custodians. And guys, here's Caitlin Long down here commenting, but of course, while the Fed screams about the systemic risk of digital assets, it's let a systematically important bank get into the business. You literally can't make this stuff up. So she's not happy about that. And I get it. I mean, it's a rigged system. The powers that be want the control. The powers that be in the US are different than the global powers that be, the global elite. So we got to think about it in two different ways. With regards to Ripple and XRP, we know the WEF, the World Bank, the IMF, they're all behind Ripple and XRP as a global cryptocurrency to provide liquidity to the world, provide cross-border payments with ease. But guys, then there's the banking sector in the United States, and they've been very, very resistant, and I think this is why we saw the SEC come down hard on Ripple. It's all part and parcel to what we're seeing here. Not just Ripple, but the cryptocurrency industry as a whole. This is why Gary Gensler, if he has been bought and paid for, which I think we're all kind of leaning towards that now. If we weren't thinking that 3-4 years ago, now I think we're definitely leaning towards this fact that he's in the pockets of Congress. Remember his twin brother, Robert N. Gensler, vice president of T. Rowe Price Group over there at TD Bank. So yeah, Gary Gensler has got ties to the banking sector in the United States. While players like BNY Mellon are entering the scene, Coinbase will see some competition coming along its way. The U.S. banking giant has been showing interest in the crypto space since January of 2023. Additionally, it already supports nearly 80% of the Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs approved by the US SEC for its fund service business. Guys, this is a complicated space. Players that are already in it, the big players in banking, they don't want to relinquish control. And at the same time, the crypto industry, which also does have a crap ton of money at their disposal, wants to and are vying for dominance. So interesting to note this observation, even brought up by a current sitting SEC Commissioner Hester Peirce. Anyway, wanted to thank Ian Binns for that. Eleanor Turret bringing this to our attention. 80 pages, guys, outlining the new Kamala Harris Tim Walz economic plan. Can you believe it? Digital assets were mentioned once in page 56 alongside AI, the same statement she gave over the weekend at the Wall Street fundraiser. So here's the statement, guys, basically saying, modernizing a traditional area of American strength and emerging technologies essential for the future. For future American competitiveness, including biomanufacturing, AI, aerospace, data centers, and clean energy. Their strategies include both investing in energy technologies and modernizing traditional industries. It will also encourage innovative technologies like AI and digital assets while protecting our consumers and investors. Nothing too terribly out of the box there or innovative. Here's Kamala Harris talking about just that, courtesy of Good Morning Crypto here on Twitter.
To global leadership in the sectors that will define the next century. We will invest in biomanufacturing and aerospace, remain dominant in AI and quantum computing, blockchain and other emerging technologies, expand our lead in clean energy innovation and manufacturing.
So, she just kind of brushes over it there, nothing really too heavy hitting with that statement. She's talking about digital assets. As a trader, I kind of long for more detail here. As we're starting to see the market really kind of ramp up. I don't think they want to commit because I don't think And that could be good for us, could be a chance for us to capitalize on one last Bitcoin rally, crypto rally, altcoin rally that is kind of in a gray zone, right? Because we've been trading with no regulation over the last couple of cycles. And, as we're moving towards regulation, it's going to get a lot more stringent. It's going to be a lot more like traditional stock markets. But now, guys, this is why I started the Patreon. This cycle is going to be very different. It's going to look a lot different. It's going to feel a lot different, I think, too, at times. It's already felt very different, as we did see Bitcoin surpass all-time high before the halving. Historically, we haven't seen that. So this is why I started the Patreon, patreon.com/workingmoney channel. If you're interested in following my trading journey this time around, I'm keeping it simple. I'm not stressing myself out. And if you guys want to follow what I'm doing, patreon.com/workingmoney channel is only $5 a month. I've kept it affordable on purpose. I know guys, they'll go out charging, $50, $70, $100, $150 a month for their trading picks. I've opened up my portfolio so you guys can see exactly what I hold, where I'm going to be trading eventually, me pushing that sell button when the time comes. So there you guys go. If you're interested in following, wanted to keep moving along, but first wanted to thank Eleanor Turd, of course, Good Morning Crypto, and Ian Binns for posting that. Wrath of Kahneman here, guys, bringing this to our attention with regards to Ripple partner and custody provider Garanti BBVA. Okay, they're one of the largest private Turkish banks. They're now offering XRP on their app. Check this out. Garanti BBVA continues to add new cryptocurrencies to its mobile app. The bank is now providing service for XRP, the crypto asset with the largest market, and Arbitrum, the crypto asset that can be transferred on the ERC20 network. So this is pretty interesting news. I mean, considering Garanti BBVA is a Ripple partner, they've just now decided to list XRP, probably because of regulatory reasons. So they've explained that a number of customers interested in crypto asset custody and trading is on the rise. The bank is also including a list of crypto asset providers in light of recent amendments to the capital markets laws. And guys, here's a quote. We aim to support our customers at every stage of their journey with top-notch security measures, quality customer service, and state-of-the-art technology. This coming from the general manager at Garanti BBVA. We are constantly making improvements to our mobile platform, adding Ripple and Arbitrum in response to customer feedback, and we will continue to diversify our range of assets. I think, too, the other thing we have to remember as this market does grow, it does grow by leaps and bounds, especially when there is bullish sentiment, especially, if we're in the uptrend during an upcycle and there are more cryptocurrencies to be hawked on the market. A lot of other cryptocurrencies get developed, and everybody just tries to sell whatever meme coin is the latest hit. And so, when we see companies like this stating, for example, that we're looking at specific cryptocurrencies that, of course, they already do have the connection to Ripple, but, they are choosing cryptocurrencies that do solve real world problems. This is our focus. This is part of the focus where we can already, notice clues of where the crypto market is going to be going in the future. So wanted to thank Wrath of Kahneman there just for posting that. Did you guys see this? More breaking news courtesy of Good Morning Crypto. PayPal enables U.S. businesses to buy, sell, and hold cryptocurrencies. Michael Branch also bringing us an article with regards to this. So PayPal, they just did recently announce an expansion of their cryptocurrency services. U.S. businesses will now be able to buy, hold, and sell cryptocurrencies directly from PayPal business accounts. This move comes after years of PayPal offering similar services to its private users through PayPal and Venmo accounts. According to Jose Fernandez Laponte, Senior Vice President of Blockchain, Crypto, and Digital Currencies at PayPal, the decision to extend these features to businesses arise from the growing demand from entrepreneurs. Business owners have increasingly expressed a desire for the same cryptocurrency capabilities available to consumers. We're excited to meet that demand. So, just kind of going along those same lines of what I was talking about at the top here, PayPal is one of those, in with the old boys club kind of companies. Even though they are a new company, even though they aren't part of the legacy banking system, PayPal does have connections to top bankers. They had to, play ball in order to become a regulated, compliant player. This is why we have all the rules surrounding PayPal. This is why there was controversy even too surrounding PayPal. I think I don't remember when it was. When was it again? When they were saying if you donate to something that did not fall within the narrative, that they would lock your account or close your account or withdraw money from your account, something like that. I don't quite remember what it was now, but PayPal guys, they're not our friend. They're in with the big banks. They are a compliant player in this space. So, for them to say we are now moving along with cryptocurrency, it kind of all just makes sense. It's par for the course. But, on the other hand, the flip side, we got to look at the flip side too. It is good because it does help promote and foster the cryptocurrency industry and thus bring more money to crypto. So guys, bringing more money to crypto, that is what's going to get our crypto assets higher. It's a double-edged sword always. Nevertheless, wanted to thank Michael, and again, Good Morning Crypto for posting that. As this crypto market grows, we are seeing more statements that are very bullish like this. Crypto is at a critical mass. So we have Ripple's very own Eric Van Miltenberg, along with a representative from Ripple partner Visa and the BIS here, guys, on this panel. And they're talking about cryptocurrency here. I know this is an older clip, but they're talking about it in terms of reaching a critical mass. The adoption is growing. And guys, we're getting to that tipping point.
The good news is cross-border payments is like a topic on the agenda when important conversations are happening. So I have the privilege of serving on the Financial Stability Board's Legal, Regulatory, and Supervision Task Force for Enhancing Cross-Border Payments. And what's really interesting about that work is when the G20 kicked it off, the idea was like, wow, cross-border payments, remittances, very, very expensive, settlement, very, very slow and liquidity intensive. What if we got a group of people from different kinds of financial institutions that sit at different layers in the finance stack globally, as well as policymakers, and tried to have some conversations about like where the frictions really are? It's because of, I think, conversations like this one, but also because there's a genuine confluence of factors. Technology that has been around for a while, digital assets, blockchain, is now reaching that critical mass and escape velocity where you're able to like deploy it in like really specific ways that remove friction and pain points for real people in real places. So an example of that, with Visa, we're working with AgriToken in Brazil to take all these small farmers that used to do a kind of version of factoring that had been around for 100 years, where they say, look, let me get some cash now, and in exchange, I'll give you like a contract on my crop at a huge discount. Well, maybe you didn't need your entire crop to be discounted. Maybe you only needed a little bit of cash now, and you could have done it with a small percentage of that total bounty from when you sell your soybeans. Well, this is something that is now possible because of digital asset technology, and really deploying that in a very specific way is something we're really excited about.
So he gives that one example, but did you notice he says the concept of critical mass in the context of cryptocurrency refers to the point at which adoption and acceptance of crypto technologies reach a level where they become self-sustaining and increasingly difficult to reverse or ignore. So guys, this is where we're at. And, we've got representatives here from Ripple on the panel. A great talk, just kind of describing where we're going to go as tokenization does take over. Now, in the case of a great reset and a collapse, this is going to be crucial. Echo to Truth here on Twitter posting this. Last night, something big happened. Both silver and gold ratios shot up, pumping over $150 billion into the M2 money supply. And at the same time, we saw a secret window on the US debt clock that might just signal the movement we've all been waiting for. Could gold and silver finally be breaking free from their long-standing suppression? So the interesting thing that he points out here, he posts some other things there, but I wanted to just point this out. September 23rd, okay? Here's the dollar supply added, and you look at the gold, the dollar to silver ratio at $543 and the dollar to gold ratio at $3,964 per ounce. Now you look over here, okay, only 2 days later, that dollar to silver ratio has jumped to $671 per ounce, and dollar to gold, that's also jumped to $4,904 per ounce. So a $1,000 jump, and the dollar supply added now, guys, over $413 billion. So a very, very interesting observation here. The wild part, he says here, silver just formed the largest cup and handle pattern in 44 years, the biggest technical signals we've ever seen for the precious metals. So I know I'm shifting gears a little bit, but these precious metals, I think, are going to play a very important role and a strong backing for currencies. And, we've already heard the BRICS nations discussing creating their own currency based on 60% fiat basket weighted and 40% gold and silver precious metals. I think they were speaking about gold specifically. But precious metals, guys, how are we going to transact these precious metals once there is a great reset, if there is a total collapse of the great financial system? So I'm sure you've also noticed gold and silver going up. Let's just take a look real quick at the gold price here. And I'm just going to bring up gold per ounce. This is US dollar gold per ounce. Look at that. Super bullish here on the daily chart. 1 ounce of gold is now going for 2,684 US dollars per ounce. And let's just take a look at silver real quickly. Silver is looking super bullish as well, getting up above this former high that we saw back in May of 2024. And we're seeing that currently, as of the time of this recording, trading in and around $32.67 per ounce. So that's in US dollars. The interesting thing, though, guys, I also happen to see this from Jim Willie. Yes, Jim Willie. I've referenced him in several videos that I've done over the years. I'll see if I can find one of the more recent ones, and I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner. He's very bullish on XRP. He understands the global financial system and how a collapse, an ushering in of a new financial system, how this is going to change the face of finance. He says, brace yourself, for we stand on the precipice of an unparalleled financial cataclysm, one that will irrevocably alter the global power landscape and redefine monetary standards for generations. At the epicenter of this monumental upheaval is silver. So it's funny that he mentions the silver as well, not merely a hedge against chaos, but the very cornerstone of the emerging economic order. As the mainstream remains blissfully ignorant of this reality, those with foresight recognize that silver will soon become the ultimate lifeline as the world descends into turmoil. So silver, the lifeline in a sea of fiat. The fiat currencies of our time are doomed to oblivion. Their value is plummeting at an unprecedented rate thanks to reckless monetary policies and the relentless printing of money orchestrated by central banks worldwide. The US dollar, once the invincible titan of reserve currencies, now teeters precariously on the brink of annihilation. As inflation spirals out of control, central banks frantically flood the market with freshly minted currency, desperately trying to stave off the inevitable collapse. But this strategy is as unsustainable as it is delusional. He goes on to say, in this environment, the monetary insanity, silver is not just a refuge, it's an absolute necessity. As central banks continue their disastrous path, the fallout will be catastrophic. When the inevitable collapse strikes, investors will flock away from fiat currencies, seeking safety in tangible assets that defy the whims of corrupt governments and inept central banks. Silver will lead to this exodus, reclaiming its rightful place as real money and an enduring store of wealth. So what he's saying here too, demand will ignite, but silver is not merely a means of survival. It is a key for thriving in the aftermath of a collapse. Unlike gold, and this is important, which sits hoarded in vaults, silver serves as a critical role as an industrial metal. It is indispensable for a plethora of technologies, including solar panels, electronics, and batteries. As demand skyrockets, both from industries clamoring for supply and investors rushing to safeguard their wealth, silver will become a prized asset. And so if there is a shortage, what's going to happen? So he intimates here the industrial demand for silver is already igniting a supply crisis that will escalate as the global economy pivots towards renewable energy and cutting-edge technologies. Silver's unique conductive and reflective properties make it the linchpin in the production of solar panels. So he mentions solar panels again. He mentions industrial demand. So the demand for silver, guys, is going to skyrocket. And it's going to be the currency of the future. The other interesting point that I want to point out here is silver is still only $32.67 per ounce. You compare that to gold, and gold is much more. So silver is a more realistic way for us to transact. If you hold a silver coin, 1 ounce of silver in your pocket, you know you have $32 worth of silver in your pocket, okay? That is a denomination that is small enough to transact in. You know, with gold, it's so cumbersome because it's worth $2,800. So, you know, it's a lot easier to denominate things when the value is smaller. Anyway, just a bit of a sidebar there. So this is why some analysts are suggesting that people are not going to be transacting in gold, but in fact, they're going to be transacting in silver. So Jim Willie says silver is going to be the currency of the future. In the chaos of collapsing currencies and unstable economies, silver will emerge as the bedrock of a new monetary system. As the dollar spirals into irrelevance, the world will demand a replacement, something tangible, something real, something impervious to central bank manipulation, and silver is the answer. Viewing silver as merely a defensive asset is a grave miscalculation. It is an offensive weapon. As the existing monetary system crumbles, silver will not just rise in price, but ascend to new heights of prominence. It will serve as the foundation upon which new currencies are constructed. Nations will have no choice but to reevaluate their reserves and include silver in their holdings to stabilize their economies, paving the way for a revolutionary global monetary system where silver reigns supreme. So this courtesy of XRP bull Jim Willie. You know, if gold or silver does become the main driver of a new financial system rising from the ashes of what once was, think about it, guys. I mean, in some cases, we could be actually bartering in physical silver pieces. But what's more likely? I mean, we have DLT technology. We know it is becoming more prominent. We know we're at a critical mass. XRP is that driver. It's already in tight with the WEF and major financial players. We're going to be using that cryptocurrency for transaction purposes. But that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.